Hey everybody, it's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to my channel today. In today's video, it's all about the MSC Magnifica. Have some delays here, interesting things happening with MSC. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, Traveling with Bruce. Thank you for giving my videos thumbs ups and sending me comments. I really appreciate it. Let's get into this story. MSC, the cruise line that is really dominating the Mediterranean area, they have tried to get two ships into the water to kind of restart sailing again in the Mediterranean. The first ship, the MSC Grandiosa, was in the water last week for a one-week cruise, and apart from one incident in Naples, where a family basically abandoned a tour group, they just literally took off from an organized tour that they were in and tried to explore the city on their own. Apart from that incident, those folks got kicked off the ship. They weren't allowed back on the ship when they got back to the port in Naples. The ship apparently went rather well. Well, the Magnifica, this ship here, is supposed to be getting ready for its first cruise, and the deal was that the ship would either leave the port of Bari in Italy or Trieste in Italy, and would do a one-week, let's say, Eastern Mediterranean tour. And the plan was for the ship to visit three different ports in Greece. The three ports that I've noted were Corfu, Katakoun, and Piraeus. Now, Piraeus is just outside of Athens, so that would have included a trip into Athens. Well, surprise, surprise, the ship was supposed to depart this week coming up, and everything has been put on hold. At least a 1 month delay. They have canceled several cruises in a row. And I can tell you the bottom line, the ship version, the so-called PR version, is that the Greek government had imposed additional health screening requirements and that they weren't ready for them. But then in the same press release, I think the truth came out, and the truth is that they couldn't sell out the ship. They really didn't have enough time to market this cruise to basically only Europeans that were allowed to basically board the ship. The only people who could take this cruise were people from countries in Europe that have green lights with respect to low infection rates. I think the problem here is that they tried to do too much too fast, and three Greek ports for MSC and for the public just wasn't enough of a draw to bring people on board. I think the other issue really, though, is timing. Those of you out there who love cruising like I love cruising, we know that you need sometimes a year to organize yourselves, to financially organize yourselves, and with work schedules and family commitments, to find the perfect week to take the vacation and make all the other arrangements necessary to catch up to your ship. For instance, an airplane ride to the port, or a car ride or train ride. In Europe, of course, you can do this by train. So you need transportation to and from the ship. You also need accommodation pre-cruise, perhaps post-cruise, and the dollars involved. And I think that MSC figured that, well, by just announcing the fact that we're going to allow cruising again, we're going to have all kinds of folks who are going to want to be here, and that just isn't the case. This ship now has canceled several cruises. They're delaying their departure by now a month, which means that they're talking about a September-October time frame, and this is definitely after summer season is over. And of course, your guess is as good as mine as to what's going to happen with all the children out there going back to school or not, and folks going back to work in offices. I mean, there's so much up in the air here. It's just a real mishmash of uncertainty, I suppose. Bottom line is the Grandiosa is on its second cruise now. That ship is on its second cruise, visiting mainly Italian ports. The rest of the trip they had was uneventful. Everything went well. But the Magnifica has not even gone off the ground. So as far as MSC goes, They only have about a 60-70% capacity limit going on the Grandiosa on one ship. The second ship, they can't even get it off the pier, and we're just going to have to see how this turns out in the end. I don't know how this is going to come out when it's all said and done. But there you have it, folks. The MSC Magnifica delayed another month, even though they've been cleared to sail. They've been trying to sell out the cruises to their customers, and they haven't got enough business to let the ship even leave the dock. I think if they left the dock with how many bookings they have, it might feel like a ghost town on the ship, and they'd lose millions. I'm guessing that's what's really going on here. I just don't know. We'll stay on top of the story. I'll keep you posted as I hear more. We're bound to hear more as the days go by here. Thank you again for subscribing to my channel, Traveling with Bruce, and leaving my videos thumbs ups and giving me comments. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you later, everybody. Bye for now.